Fatality really is up, it's sure, undoubtedly. Baby gon' touch the bucks, my salary do.
Back in week 6, the Cardinals won a shootout in their first matchup against the 49ers. Can San Francisco avoid the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game: 15 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Cards, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Stafford. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the former Terrapin, this is... Johnson. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. There's a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Kittle. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him. And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles. And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving. And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. On 2nd and 2, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They give to Johnson going right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Running right through him. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. That is caught left side by Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the 50, it's Stafford. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have
been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yeah, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the 49ers have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Cards have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Bass on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's Samuel, caught left side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Michael Gallup up close to 100-yard receiving there. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. On the move to his left. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. On first down, it's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now a run with Sermon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
Touchdown, 49ers! Touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the 49ers have moved down in front. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
For the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Play fake. Murray. It's complete to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run once more with Sermon.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Johnson running left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
You don't want no problem.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Matthew Stafford in the offense, down by 7, 1:16 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more
wide open, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Johnson again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Out to his left.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play.